The mystery of Stonehenge. On the green, sloping fields of Salisbury Plain of England rests an unusual circular form made up of massive heavy stones whose tremendous history goes all the way back to about 3000 BC. This mysterious structure goes by the name of Stonehenge, and its true purpose has forever eluded historians, leaving only room for speculation. From its creation to its function, Stonehenge's many stories are dark, magical, and scientific, covering a vast amount of different viewpoints from various kinds of people. The biggest of its stones, known as sarcens, are up to 30 feet tall and weigh 25 tons on average, while smaller stones, referred to as blue stones because they have a bluish tinge when wet or freshly broken, weigh up to 4 tons. Therefore, it is natural that one of the major mysteries of Stonehenge was how it was built. The larger sarsen stones are widely believed to have been brought from Marlborough Downs, a distance of 20 miles to the north. The common theory about its transportation is that they were rolled along on top of tree trunks. The blue stones were sourced from the only place in the UK where such stone exists, the Preseli Hills in Western Wales, a distance of 156 miles. The common theory is that these stones were transported largely by water to within a couple of miles of Stonehenge. However, nobody today has even successfully reenacted this feat with the technologies available at the time, nor found any evidence along the way to support this. Recently, scientists have raised the possibility that during the last ice age, glaciers carried these blue stones closer to the Stonehenge area, and the monument's makers didn't have to move them all the way from Wales. There are numerous theories as to why Stonehenge was built. Many researchers have argued that Stonehenge was a site of religious rites of its time. The existence of a ceremonial route up to Stonehenge suggests an organized procession where some kind of ritual took place within the inner sanctum of Stonehenge. Remains of pig bones found on the site also emphasize this theory because no pig skulls were found among the bones. This means that the animals had been brought to the site ready to be beheaded, which would most likely have been done for the sake of the gods or the clergymen, or both. The burials at Stonehenge offer another clue. Recent research indicates that the burials took place from its beginning, around 5,000 years ago, to its high point when the sarsen stones were set down. Among the burial goods is a mace head, an item historically associated with elite members of society. This discovery raised the question on whether the people buried at the monument were local leaders that Stonehenge in some way commemorated. In the 1960s, astronomer Gerald Hawkins used a computer to provide the first concrete evidence that Stonehenge was used as a device for observing the heavens. He found that the placement of key stones lined up precisely with certain events such as the solstices and equinoxes. One fact that caused the whole astronomical connection with Stonehenge was the direction of the summer solstice, or the direction of sunrise on the longest day of the year, which is almost exactly the same as the direction from the middle of Stonehenge, along the avenue to the heel stone. This causes the image of the sun rising behind the heel stone on the longest day of the year when observed from the altar stone. In addition, research at the nearby ancient settlement of Durrington Walls, a site that also contains a series of wooden pillars shows that pigs at the site were slaughtered in December and January, suggesting that the winter solstice was marked at Stonehenge. One new theory about Stonehenge released is that Stonehenge marks the unification of Britain, a point when people across the island worked together and used a similar style of houses, pottery, and other items. In a news release, Professor Mike Parker Pearson of the University of Sheffield said that Stonehenge itself was a massive undertaking, requiring the labor of thousands to move stones from as far away as West Wales, shaping them and erecting them. Just the work itself, requiring everyone literally to pull together, would have been an act of unification.